Good day, YouTubers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all around the world, from Florida in the springtime, Mr. Tomasi says it's time to get out and run. So what have we been doing? Too many little jobs here and there. Yeah, there's one right there. I got to put this on and that'll finish up my project underneath the golf cart lean-to. Go out there in a minute and show you. But looking up here at the ceiling, I finished up all the sheet metal installation in the ceiling. You can get an idea the way that changed the look. And it wasn't until after I got done doing this project that I thought about it. This look of the beams exposed and the sheet metal is the same as the lean-to in front of the man cave, and it's the same as the one we just built a few months ago beside the she shed. We got exposed beams and sheet metal on. This has just got a regular roof above it, so I thought that was something unique after I got done with it. So the other new addition that we just finished, in fact I did this yesterday. I was weed eating, cleaning up a little bit back here, but Tomasi likes to get in here and jump up in the beds. I guess he thinks he can see over the fence or something. So I got to keep him out of here. We don't want him in the beds and trampling down our veggies or whatever. So we got a little gate here, keep the dog out. And then put another piece down at the other end. Transplanted a bunch of plants, moved stuff around, added another arbor over here for more grapevines. So we got some new grapevines growing now. I think there's like 3 different kinds of grapes here. We'll let them grow up onto this arbor. So the electrical that we added back here was primarily for the charger to charge the batteries on this golf cart, because I was having to plug it in over there and then reach back there and unplug it when I'm not using it, and that was really awkward to get to that box. And we wanted to put some lighting under here anyway, so I took that loose from the wall and sort of pulled it back toward the other side over there, opened it up and tapped into the top of it in the box and the seal tight, and added that little piece onto it with some wire in it, and then reattached it so we could extend this circuit. So we got a receptacle here that's on its own breaker from the house. Well, this whole thing out here is on its own breaker from the house, so We go from there up to a light switch, and we put in a shop light so that if you're out here at night, early in the morning, you want to get this trailer out and loaded up. We got a little bit of light out here on this side. I do have a motion detector light on the back of the shed for the chicken coop area. So then I added another receptacle up here that one side is working off of this switch and the other side is hot all the time, like this one down there. So the one that's hot all the time, I put a Christmas light timer on it, and then I got it set from 6:30 in the evening till 11 o'clock when we go to bed. And then these little teardrop lights will come on in the evening and give a little bit of ambiance here in the backyard when you come out. Get a different feel instead of everything being dark. And there's an old fixture up there that comes on by another Christmas light timer in the she shed, and that's got one of them candlelight bulbs in there that flickers like it's a burning candle, and that'll stay on till midnight and just lights up this dark alleyway here to the chicken coop. There. Tomasi's over there working on a bone. So we reorganized a little bit of stuff back here, and then we organized a whole bunch of plants and stuff over on this side. Put a lot of these poinsettias in pots in there to get a more consistent moisture during the beginning of spring here. We've got another avocado tree. Transplanted that hibiscus that was on the corner of the porch. So we just been doing all kind of odds and ends, cleaning this up. My wife just put down this last weekend. She put cardboard down here underneath all this mulch. You can see a piece of it sticking up there. And the cardboard is going to act as a better weed barrier than the landscape fabric. Doesn't really work very good. Oh, he wants to butt in. I'm looking at the chicken. There's Henny Penny. We got to go in there and look for eggs, huh? We're doing 3 or 4 a day. Had 4 yesterday and 3 the day before. Sometimes we'll get 5, but not too often. All right, who's I got to make sure that is latched, because you know who wants to get in here and eat lunch. Tomasi likes eggs too. Okay, Bluey's on there. And Buck. Let's see what Buck's up to. Nothing. How about you? You got anything going on in here? Oh, look at there's one of them. It's like lavender. I don't know what color that is. It's definitely not a normal egg color. And we got another one over here. So only 2 so far this morning. Yeah. This weekend I'm going to spread some more hay in these 2 runs. Yep, you're done. You can get down. I just filled that up the other day. So I haven't worked on the ship because I've been doing all these little projects. Yard work is fun, and then sometimes it's not. But we do enjoy that. Another project I did was took that roll of welded wire and had my dad come over, and he helped me roll it out. I don't know if you can see it there though, on the other side of the fence. We rolled down that welded wire all the way from one end to the other, because there's nothing on that other side, and then took some U-nails and nailed it on there. So that'll stop the fence damage from the dogs until we replace this in a couple years. I don't need to do it yet, but it is due for replacement eventually. I got little patches in a bunch of different places, and the neighbor has also bought some slats and put on there on his side, because it was over there, it was bad. So in the meantime, the welded wire will protect it from further damage by the dogs, because the neighbor's got 2 dogs on that side. They don't really attack each other, barking, fighting or whatever, but they do like to interact. And one of them dogs has already got through the fence and was in our backyard. So I figured the best way to take care of that right now is just to put that welded wire on there so it protects the wood from being clawed at and pushed on. This is some of that welded wire right here that we used on there. I had one little piece left over, so I cut it in the middle and used it to keep the dogs out of the grapevines here. So the other thing I did with that welded wire was put it on this gate that we open and come in with the truck in order to load up the trailer and the golf cart. And this gate was in pretty rough shape too, so I'm gonna replace all this when I do the fence. And I think we'll put up privacy fence down this side too eventually. But adding that welded wire on here is going to keep Tomasi from escaping, which he did one time escape right through there where that board is. I didn't have any wire, or that board wasn't on there. One time he did get through and escaped. So he's got a chip in him, so if he does get away, we can get him back. But he's rambunctious enough where I don't want to have to worry about that. And this will stop him from getting out. And it enforces this reinforces this gate a little bit too with that wire on there. Yep. Woodpecker. Got some nice meat bones he's been working on. Tennis ball. That's his favorite ball, the tennis ball. The boys next door threw that over here, or they hit it over with the bat or whatever. And Tomasi has taken ownership of it. He brought it in the house last night. That's your favorite ball? So he loves spending time out here in this yard. I guess, I don't know if he was free before or not in a yard, because he really loves this one. He's got some funny games he plays too. It's over there. There he is. It's right next to him. You didn't see it. Yep. Action dog. So, sorry I haven't been modeling, working on the ship. I sort of use the excuse of too busy to do any work on this, but more likely it's just I'm burned out. I'm burned out. And I'm lazy. And I just got to motivate myself to get back to work on this and finish it. Because really it's almost done. I just got to do the top yard arm. It's laying here somewhere. And then a little bit of standing and running rigging. And I think that'll be it. I was talking earlier about putting a big air balloon above it, like you would fly in the air. So, give it some mystery. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But, oh, almost forgot. I'm always doing stuff. We went to the Florida Flywheel event twice this year, and looky what I picked up. All those type garage sale type vendors there selling their stuff they don't want, and I scored I'm actually considering starting a train channel, or switching my content from the shipbuilding to model trains, because not even counting what's in that box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 6 boxes over there. The one on top is a Christmas train, so it doesn't count. But them other boxes are full of HO train stuff and track and buildings, and oh my gosh. I used to have a setup in the G shed. So on this score, I can't remember, this was like $40 for all these. I think that's a hopper car. Box car. Some of these are really old too, probably back in the 70s and the 60s, 70s. Is that coil steel? I don't know. Theoretically, there's some track in here. Yep. That's full of track. Nice. Of course, nowadays, trains don't have cabooses anymore. I got a bunch of cabooses, but trains don't have cabooses. Now, I noticed all these had their wheels and everything, so we will have to do a little bit of, yeah, it just started to snap apart. We'll have to do a little bit of repair work on them, if need be, and then see if these engines run or not. This one looks like it has the steam liquid you pour in the chimney, and it'll emit steam like it's a real steam engine. So three other locomotives and some cars. Hopefully these will run. It probably will. These things are built pretty tough, unless somebody burned them up. And an old transformer from the good old days. So that was a little sort of flywheel event, tractor pull, steam engine. I think I got some video on my phone that I can stick in here to show you. And there is another video on my channel from last year's flywheel event. So I'm going to do another little gate repair to the front corner over there so I can free up a pot that's in the way, just to keep the dog from getting back there. Trying to keep him out of behind the greenhouse and the greenhouse itself. Keep him out of there so he doesn't trample on my plants, or rather doesn't trample on my wife's plants. We did plant some these are taters and sweet potatoes and flowers and lilies, and I planted all these onions, hundreds of onions I planted the other day, or probably a month ago now, and they're really popping up. And then I added some lettuce and moved a tomato around. I just transplanted this tomato into here. It was back yonder. Hopefully it'll come back. Little cherry tomato there. And of course, when springtime comes, there's a lot of things you can trim back and fertilize and do some weeding and all that kind of stuff. Gets away with you during the wintertime. So we're already starting to see some buds and so forth from pruning That was just done a few weeks ago. I lost my gardenia that was over here. We had a couple times this winter that we had freezing temperatures at night. And of course there was snow in North Florida, so a very hard winter for Florida, especially the citrus industry. Of course that citrus greening has really hurt them bad, so I don't know if they'll ever come back. But this is just a little short update because I haven't been posting videos in the last few weeks, and just letting you see what I've been doing. Thanks for watching.